Hi everybody, it's me again, Lindsay Malloy, and if you are new here, I am a third grade teacher in Southern Colorado, and I am back in my classroom. I might just try to just hash out as much as I can today and then spend the rest of my summer, which is only about a week, hanging out at home and stuff like that. So I came in also this weekend and my husband helped me complete our library. So I kind of reorganized a little bit, made some bins a little bit bigger. Like this bin is a bigger one because I was finding I had a ton of those books and I want to collect more of those. Made a couple other new books. I'm getting a shipment of these books soon that I bought on Teacher's Bargain Basement. And then on this side, all the books are off the floor now. They're all put away nice and neat. So excited. So, and then here, this top one is just teacher favorites. I put in here books that students give me. This was a book that a student gave me for Christmas last year. And then these are just some of my favorites. Like this is my favorite movie, Back to the Future. So I found that on Scholastic. And when I was younger, this was my favorite book. This one and The Phantom Tollbooth, but that one's Phantom Tollbooth is more 4th grade or 5th grade, I think. So this is also a really good book, Westlandia. So yeah, I did a lot. I also did something over here. I think it looks awesome. I did test and make sure some notebooks would fit in here. They may have to go like that to pull them out, but they will fit their notebooks and things. I'm gonna have 4 per shelf, and then they'll have room to put their pencil boxes because they'll have a pencil box. And so all their books will go in their book bins, and they'll have a pencil box, and then there's room in between their book boxes really for anything else if they need to add anything on there. And then I have made enough for 28 students. I don't anticipate in the beginning of the year that I will have more than 24, but by the end of last year I had 27. It's better just to be safe and prepared rather than having to scramble and put something together for new students, so they don't feel so, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they're imposing on the classroom community, you know what I mean? So if the class feels ready for the new kiddo, it feels like an easier transition. So I really like the contact paper. I think it just adds a little bit more color into the room. I did not put it under here because I started to move these whiteboards down and then it scratched it. So I'm already anticipating that the contact paper is not going to last the whole year, but it was cheap. So, I mean, it would be easy to replace next year if I need to. I may or may not do it over here as well. I have a little bit extra. I also used the contact paper on my drawers right here. And I think that's really all I did for that. I found this free somewhere. If you know where it was from, I completely forgot. I got it months ago. And it's just this free help us donate, choose a light bulb. I just set that up for back to school night. Today I'm going to try and put my classroom helpers here. I reprinted some new ones. So like lunch basket box, here's a description of what they do, plus some reminders, dismissal team, some reminders, and so on and so forth. So there's a couple that have multiples, like table of number 1, number 2, and number 3. And if you look closely, they actually have different jobs. This one is the rectangular tables, hexagon tables, and then the desks and small group table. So I am just gonna post those without the Velcro this time. Last year I used Velcro and I had their numbers on them and it looked like that. And while it was great, I was always, for most of the year until I remembered everybody's number, asking who's 24? Who's 24? Then having to look on my list. So I'm gonna nix that idea and I'm just gonna write their name in the little circle with a dry erase or a wet erase, and then just put it in there. I also added some dollar amounts to each one of these, and that's gonna be their payment. I have a job that's also payroll. So this person gets paid 20 because it is kind of a time-consuming task. They will pay each employee for their job on Friday during cleanup time. They'll get the iPad from Mrs. Malloy, open the Class Dojo app, pay students for their jobs using the classroom jobs option. So yeah, I have that set up. My husband came in and he helped set up a few of the materials in there. So like the paper rolls are all done. The straws and pipe cleaners are all cut. I have wood planks. I just got a really long, skinny wood plank from Home Depot, and then my husband's just gonna cut it. There's a few more things in there, but I think I'm just gonna set those aside and then just build on to my steam bin supplies throughout the year. I'm not gonna fill them all in the beginning of the year because I don't need them to access them all right in the beginning of the year. I am going to, at first, just go ahead and assign them. They're not gonna get to choose right away. It'll be kind of a gradual release. And then they'll get to choose later on. So for the beginning of the year though, I am not going to let them choose right away. I've just got 2 more of these types of bins from Big Lots. I love these. I put a lot of like units and paperwork and stuff like that in there. I also printed a bunch of these numbers. These are the numbers that I put on their book bins, but I printed a second set really on accident. But I figured it would actually be a good idea to go ahead and put their numbers on their shelves so that it's just real quick, spending less time thinking about where to put their stuff back when it's time to clean up, and they just find their number that matches their bin. Okay, so I have a ton of Velcro dots that I bought on Amazon that I'm going to probably try and set up today. I am going to put 1 dot on the back of their book bin, and then I'm going to, I can't set these up yet because I don't have my class list. I got these word strips. They're like the skinny, smaller word strips from Target. Dollar Spot, they were only $1 for 50. So I'm gonna use these as their name tags. I think today, actually, I might set up the sticker part, or I might need to go to Michael's and get stickers. Get different kinds of stickers to go in the corners. But anyways, this will be their name tag. It will have a Velcro dot on the back. They will have another Velcro dot on the long side of their book bin, and that's where their name tag will live at night. Then in the morning when they come in and choose their seat, they're gonna take their name tag off. When they grab their book bin, they've already put all of their things away. They've turned any homework. They've turned in any homework. They've turned in anything from home. Then they can grab their book bins and then choose a seat. And I am going to follow the protocol that I found from Fantastically Fourth on Instagram, and she has a flexible seating starter pack that I'm going to use something similar to that, just because I feel like that was a great jumping off point. That's where I got, it's actually across the room over there by the door, but That's where I got the student management pizza board idea. So yeah, I'm gonna put their name on there. They'll grab their book bin and then they will choose their seat. The way that they will kind of claim their seat for that day is they will take their Velcroed and laminated name tag off of their book bin and then place it onto another piece of Velcro that will be on their seat. So rather than having them right on the table or right on the dry erase there, I'm gonna have it set up there. That's one option. Another option is I just go ahead and leave this on the table somewhere, and then have these laminated and kept on there with different stickers, and I'll tell you about the stickers in a second. And then they just write their name every morning. But I think I like the idea of kind of having them move it and put it on their book box as well. I think that one just might be easier, in my opinion. Plus, my teammate did that last year where she had their names on Velcro strips, and when they would switch seats, they would just take their name tag off and put it on a new place. So it worked really well for her last year, so I kind of want to try the same thing. I think the next thing that I'm going to do today is I have some bins that I want to kind of sort through some materials and be ready to sort through some materials that the kids are going to bring in, and have them just ready and set up for back to school night. And I also want to go through all of my guided reading books. I've got some here and I've got some over here, and label them with their level, because I did not have them labeled with levels last year, and then I was scrambling to figure out what we should read, and I didn't know what to pull for each group. So I want to save myself the headache and just wishing I had time to do that during the school year and just do it now. Okay, update on what I've done so far. I have sorted out these books. I just made sticky notes, they're not very sticky, of what level they are. So I've got J, K, L, M, N. I only have one set of O. Then these are R, S, I believe, yep. And then these are nonfiction, but I could not find their level online, so I'm going to try and find those somewhere else. I also have these. I could also not find the level for those. I found the Lexile level for this one, so it'll probably be over on the higher end. It's just some fun poetry. I didn't want to set it apart though, because I do want to have some poetry books, which is why I have this one here. Might just keep those together. And then I have a lower one. I need to collect some more lower ones. Random bookmark in there. So I have a set of those, but I don't have a ton. So I need to start collecting some different levels. I'm glad I did this though. That kind of gives me a head start on where I need to be thinking about where I need to buy, or what levels I need to buy for guided reading. I have a couple here too that I'm just gonna give away. Couldn't find the levels, and I think they're actually old curriculum. So I already have that kind of stuff. That's our Wonders leveled readers right there, and they match perfectly with our units. These are just supplemental for book clubs and things like that for these leveled readers that I wanted to set up and use. So I don't want additional curriculum kind of novels. I want more authentic. These are textbooks, or not textbooks, these are chapter books that you're gonna find more of in our classroom library or a regular library. I also posted all the classroom helpers. I am needy, so I have lots of classroom helpers. I had a classroom job for every student last year, and it worked great. So I'm gonna do the same thing again. I don't think I have one for every student this year. I kind of narrowed down to the things that I most needed and I needed more of. So it's only gonna have one student name per circle, because I have 3 if it is a multiple person job, like librarian, table elves, supply managers, technology team. We actually share our Chromebooks with another grade level, so they have to take our carts over to the other side of the school where 2nd grade is. So I need a technology team because those are the kiddos that are going to take the carts over there, as well as keep this mess organized. So yeah, I think that looks great. So I am excited that I have that up there. I know tape is not gonna stay very well, but since I'm not using Velcro and I'm using dry erase instead, or wet erase, I don't think it'll be too big of a problem. I used to have this sticky stuff, which you can see here, that works really well and stays up all year. Those are my clock numbers, actually, and I need to put them back up there, but I took them down for testing. I moved my basket over here. I'm thinking I might have this as my lunch basket area, and maybe put it like that, and kids can put their lunch baskets in there. If I have any overflow, they can put it on the side, something like that. Then it will be all kind of together in the morning, where they grab their book box. If they have their lunch box, they'll pull that out, put their lunch in there, and then when they're in line, they can just come and grab it. I used to have it just on the floor by the door, and that was not working last year. That was actually our lunch basket, and it is grody inside. So I am swapping out for this, and I am actually making a job this year for that. It is the lunch basket box. All they need to do is just make sure lunch boxes are going home, remind them to grab their lunch box before leaving. On Fridays, carefully wipe the lunch basket with spray and paper towel. And when I say spray, I'm thinking probably just my water bottles full of water. If you know of any brand that's really good, I'm thinking maybe like a Mrs. Meyer's spray, just because it's more natural and it's not super yucky. Okay, quick check-in, just to show you a little bit of what I'm doing and what I have already done. I made myself kind of this to-do list of just some things that I need to do, that I just kind of organizing wise and what I need to make. I still need to do all of these. I do like the easy things first. I'm still in the process of that. I'm doing it though. Let's see, I just did that. And let's see. The other ones I haven't done yet. I haven't printed these. I need to make another list of all the things that I need to print, because I think our print shop opens up on August 1st. I'm not quite sure. So I need to get a list together of all the things that I need to print. Right now I am making little numbers and just laminating them. And I've got a ton here. I'm going to laminate those and put them on the shelves so they know where their bookbox bins go. And then the skinnier ones right here that I'm making, those are going on these. And I used these last year for their crayons, and then we just put their number on with a Sharpie, but as you can see, it did wear off. A little bit of a mess, so I'm going to try and probably try and use maybe a dry erase marker and see if I write over it, if I can reuse those this year, or if they're too grody. Because I had a couple kiddos that just wrote their names on there. But anyways, so I have all those, plus if I can't reuse those and clean those up, I have a whole class set of brand new ones, because they were so hard to find in the packs of 3 at the dollar store throughout the year. And I had some kids where theirs broke, or some new kids that didn't get them because I didn't buy enough last year. So now this year I have enough. So when I get a new kiddo, they're going to have one. I won't have kids that don't have one. I found all my stickers. So I found these. I have a set of like all these different animals, which would be perfect for the top corner of my name tags, to group like all the bees, all the butterflies, stuff like that. I've got some stars that I found. I think these are from the dollar store, but I didn't buy them. I don't remember where. My aunt-in-law gave me these, and these. So she just had a ton of these things, and then I found these as well in a bin that she gave me of just stuff. So I figured maybe I could do the bees. All the bees go over here, and then the red bee talks first, or something like that. I think those are awesome, so I'm excited to use the letters. And then I just have some other stars, but I don't know if I want to use these stars or these stars. And I found these vinyl letters in that bin that she gave me, so I was thinking I might use these to kind of section off learning targets over there. Still have not set that up. I feel like some of those things I might leave for later. I'm getting like the tedious, just slow going, like sitting here laminating things. I really don't sit here and just laminate. I like laminate one, walk away, and then remember that I'm laminating and come back. So I'm gonna cut these out and put them on these little bins so that they're ready, and then I'm just gonna put their little bin in their book box, so that the first days of schools, when we are setting up their notebooks and their pencil boxes, they can just put this in their pencil box. I do have extra pencil bags for kids that may not get some of the supplies on our supply list, because there's always a couple kiddos that you know, just they can't. So I have some extra things that of supplies that are already set out and ready to go. I've got like all my extra bins going on right here. A bin of scent strips from the dollar store. If you don't have those, those are amazing. I need to go get some more. But yeah, I set this up, and it's just, I'm gonna put erasers in here. I don't have any right now. Band-aids, because I like them to just be able to grab it themselves. Hand sanitizer, because why not? And then I've got, these are all the scissors that I have. The kids have scissors on their list this year, so hopefully they bring their own, and they'll just keep those in their pencil boxes. I have one glue stick left over from last year. Dry erase markers will go in there. These are just old pencils that I found all over the room. I will have sharp pencils in the drawer. Please sharpen pencils will be here, so if a kid has a dull pencil or it breaks, they'll just put it in the cup and grab a new one. This drawer system kind of worked well for me for pencils last year. It's not great, but hopefully it will work better. Then I have highlighters. I did not even use those last year. And then a whole drawer full of pens that I found. And then I'll have a bin, probably. I don't need both of these bins here. It's all my leftover glue. And I'll probably have a bigger bin of glue somewhere else, but for now, that's all the glue I have. So I don't feel like I need a bigger one. And I'm just laminating my little heart to my little heart's content. All right, so here's the dilemma now that I'm kind of looking at. I was thinking about putting these bins here, but to do too deep, it would stick out a bit. That's about as far in as it would go. And I don't love that. So I'm thinking I need to clear some shelf space. But there's some stuff that I want out to stay out, like crayons. That bin will probably stay out. Or should I just put it away? I don't know. And encourage them. Last year, this box is full of crayons that I found on the floor. Like, that is all that's in here, is just crayons from the floor. I did not buy any of these crayons. These are all from their school supplies. Yeah. So, same thing with these colored pencils. I did not buy these colored pencils. They were all just colored pencils that have been found on the floor. So, and that's just from 1 year. So that's crazy. I'm hoping getting them more organized with their pencil boxes and having kind of their own shelf space, that they'll be able to keep track of it a little bit better. Also, I did something maybe a little taboo to some people. I emptied all of my quart bags and my sandwich bags and put them in these 2 bins. And then I'll probably make another one for gallons, because we put gallons on the list this year. I don't think we put sandwich. I think we did quart and gallon this year instead of sandwich, because I have way too many sandwich bags. And to be honest, I don't use them a ton. The kids actually use them more. I use the quart bags a lot, and I use the gallon bags a lot. And I had like 1 bag of gallon left, and I actually had to beg another teacher to give those to me. So, I'm out of breath. Anyways, what else did I do? I made my lunchbox bin right there, put the label on it. I put the label on my bag of plastic bags and put that here. I took out one of those. I'll have one for graded work to pass out and one for school flyers to pass out. And then this will be the new home for the no name. I think that works better because then it's right next to the mailboxes. I still have so much to do. So much to make my classroom kind of more of me, which is super organized, and I'm obsessed with organizing. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stop rambling and I'm gonna let you go. I will talk to you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I am so impressed with, there's 660 of you right now. Oh my goodness. Like, that's so amazing. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I already have some videos planned. I know some people want to know about building community. If you have any other questions that you're wondering how I run anything, or how I set anything up, let me know down in the comments of anything that you would like me to film, and I will start thinking of those. I'm gonna do videos closer to setting up for back to school night. I'll probably do a whole thing on what I'm setting up for that, and then I will also do one about community closer to school, probably when school starts. So make sure you are subscribed. Click that red button, and also click like if you like these videos. It really helps me out, and it makes me see what videos you guys are interested in, and you know, if I'm doing a good job. Like, positive affirmations, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I am so happy you guys are all here. I can't wait to keep sharing everything that we're learning together, and I will see you next time. Bye.